So now we're gonna test the two-way valves. To do this, we need I have a little card here, as you can see here. This little card is the same as the one connecting all on one single of them. And I just put a little cable through 24 volts and to ground. This is to do it manually. So this will be, I'm going to be able to test every single valve manually. So the first thing to do is that we set the system into stop mode, as we always do, because it's always easier to work in stop mode. So we put it in stop, and then the next thing to do is to unplug all this. These are supposed to be plugged in the bottom of the box, right, in the cabinet. So what we do is to unplug them, at least the ones we're going to test. We can do it one by one as well. But the important thing is that we are sure that we are unplugging them in the right order and to see that they are connected in the right order as well. For example, this is called A1, this is called A2, A3 and all the way to 6. This is B1, B2 all the way to 6, C1, D1, E1 and F1. So when we see to the bottom, if we see to the bottom of the box, which looks like this, A1, A2, A3, 4, 5 and 6. Then you go upwards, and then it's B1, B2, B3, B4, 5 and 6. Then it's C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6. And then you go here again, and then it's D1, D2, D3, D4, 5 and 6. And then it's E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6. And then the last one is F1, F2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now that you are sure that you have been unplugging all the tanks in the right order, and you know how you're gonna plug it back afterwards. So we're gonna take this hose, which is the same as you have in the system, and we're gonna do this test for just one valve, the one which is called A1, just the first one. And but we are supposed to do it to all 36 of them, if it's needed, of course. So to do that, we're gonna need this card, as I showed you before. This is to simulate the 24 volts coming from the PLC into the valve, and then we can open and close as we want. And then I have a glass of water, just to show you that the air is coming through the valve and it's opening and closing as it should. So the first thing to do is to unplug this one to the car so we can operate it manually, completely manually. I already have plugged here into the 24 volts and ground. So here I have a voltage differential of 24 volts. And then we're gonna see if the valve is opening or closing as it should. I put the hose into the glass of water so we are gonna be able to see the bubbles coming from the hose. And then when I plug it, I already have air into the system, so all the blocks are filled with air. So I open the valve, and then I can instantly see that the water is coming from the valve. And then when I unplug it, it closes the valve and prevents that the air is going through the hose. And I can't see any bubble at all. That means that the valve is tight, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So I can play it like this in all the valves and just test all of them to see if they are tight or not.